Hello and welcome to those endless mysteries. Before we get started today, I would like to remind everyone that every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 p.m. we will be posting a new video. Also, if you have the time, after this video, jump over to teesprings.com/stores those endless mysteries, where you will find some cool t-shirts as well as many other products. This will help our channel out a lot, and you will get a nice t-shirt. So help support our channel. Also, you can help by sharing this video with your friends and on your social media. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button so you can keep up with all of our latest videos. So what you say we get on into the sighting now? This first sighting comes out of Burlington County, New Jersey, from the spring of 2011. The witness states that he is an avid outdoorsman, with him being interested in various types of wildlife since his childhood. He says that he hasn't had his share of camping, fishing, hunting, hiking, and finding Native American artifacts. But on one Sunday in 2011, he decided to go for a walk on some trails, with these trails being adjacent to the Brendan T. Burns State Forest, with him being on Route 70 side of the forest, with him saying that on one side of the sandy gravel trail was mostly pine forest, with the other side being a downward slope that led into a deeply wooded swampy area, which has a stream that runs through it. Today he went to the swampy side. As he started into the swampy area, he says that he only got a few yards into the trail when he heard a strange sound that he couldn't recognize, with the sound sounding similar to a cross between a bird call and a whistle, said the witness. At this point, the witness said that this strange noise made him come to a complete stop, with him listening and looking, trying to figure out where this sound came from. But he saw nothing that could have made the sound that he heard. But within just a few seconds, he heard something else which the witness said sounded like smashing and crashing of wet logs together, with him saying that this sound was at a level that he had never heard before. So I take this as it was loud then. I've heard plenty of smashing and crashing in the woods before myself, while being out investigating these creatures, but I've never jumped straight to it's a Bigfoot. But now back to his report, with him saying next what this creature seemed to be doing was to make as much noise as it possibly could, with him saying that it was succeeding at this, saying that he has several friends and family members who have declared witnessing a very large bipedal hairy animal right here in New Jersey. So at this moment, he said, he immediately surmised that this creature must have been a Bigfoot or Sasquatch type, saying that he had worked several seasons with large animals at the Great Adventure Safari Park, and that he had worked with many of these large animals. He did list them, but I didn't want to have to remember them all. They were a long list of 10 or so animals. So he says for that reason, he thinks therefore he has a slightly better idea as to an average person of what kind of animal and what size an animal would need to be to make such a disturbance that day, with him saying that he has a fair understanding of a large variety of large North American mammals and their behavior, with this fitting nothing other than a Bigfoot. Now he says, as he stood there in silence, he could hear this thing moving off into the swamp. while it was smashing and crashing all the way, saying that he has an understanding that Bigfoot-type creatures don't hurt humans, but with him thinking that this creature really sounded pissed off over something. With not wanting to push his luck, he remained silent. He didn't want to see this thing come onto the trail, saying that there wouldn't have been any way he could have protected himself from this animal. The witness says that as the ruckus began to dissipate, it seemed that this creature wanted him to believe that it was further into the swamp than it was. The witness estimated that it was only around 45 yards from him, saying that he stood there quietly over a good period of time, just listening for any sounds, but he heard absolutely nothing, not even a bird, he said. At this point, the witness said that he began moving slowly down the trail. He was looking for footprints or any other evidence that there was a Bigfoot there. But as he moved down the trail, he saw nothing, saying that as he came upon the creek, he then heard something once again. This time, he said, it sounded as if a very large animal just jumped into the water, or that another water-soaked log had just been smashed again, saying that he stood there in complete silence for several more minutes. Once the witness thought that it was safe to start moving again, he said that this time he decided to head back home. There have been many sightings in these areas. He did say that he listened to Bigfoot and Sasquatch vocalizations through the BFRO website, with him saying that the 1972 aggression and whistle from Al Berry and Ron Moorhead was the closest to the sound he heard that day. Nothing in the wild makes this sound except for chimpanzees. So was it a Bigfoot or a chimpanzee? Drop us a comment down below. And if you like this report, give us a big thumbs up and help our channel out. Also share this video with friends and on your social media. It will truly help us grow. Now this next sighting also comes out of Burlington County, New Jersey, from June the 20th of 2019, with the witness saying that on June the 20th at approximately 6:40 p.m., he was traveling on Route 563 south of Chatsworth near the Franklin Parker Preserve. At the Speedwell entrance, that he was out looking at the parking situation for a future hike he was starting to plan. So at this time, the witness says that his eyes were on the right side of the road, when all of a sudden out of his periphery, he saw something move, saying as he turned back and looked at this creature, that the first thought this thing was a groundhog. But then he realized that this would have to be a very large groundhog. So at this time, the witness said that he fully looked this creature over. Then he realized that it wasn't a groundhog at all, but a 3 to 3.5 foot tall creature. It was standing up on two legs, said the witness as he passed this thing by, saying that he wasn't able to get a good look at the creature's face as he passed it. So he decided to turn around about 150 yards down the road, saying that as he headed back to where he just saw this thing, as soon as the witness came around the bend in the road, he says that it was still there. It was about 30 yards right in front of him, he said, with it now being fully turned towards him, with the witness saying that this creature looked to be a cross between Curious George and the character Chaka from the Land of the Lost. While that is kind of a strange description, but hey, we'll go with it for now, saying that this creature's face, hands, and feet were hairless, with its coat being a light tan color, just a little darker than that of a golden retriever. Sounds very much like the color of a groundhog to me, so I can see why he thought that at first, with the witness saying that when he locked eyes with this creature, he didn't see any whites in its eyes, just big brown eyes, saying that it stood there for a few seconds after the witness had rounded the bend, he said. Then this little creature ran back into the swampy area, saying that he saw this creature duck down behind a little bush. So with the witnesses being past this creature once again, he once again turned around. This time as he went by the area, there was nothing there, saying that he pulled over and waited there for a while, with the witness not seeing anything else this day, saying that it was a few days before he shared this with anyone. Now, in the follow-up investigation of the BFRO, saying that they did a recreation of this sighting, with them deciding that this creature was about 4 foot tall, while being 18 inches across in its shoulders and chest area, with him describing its arms as being thin and its chest as being not overly developed, while its legs were stockier looking, with its hair being more auburn in color and around 3 to 4 inches long. The witness did tell the investigators that he was surprised that its hair was dry, saying that it hadn't been very long since a thunderstorm had passed through this area, with the witness saying he had never been into the Bigfoot phenomenon. He didn't even think that these creatures could have been real, saying that he even watched the evening news to see if they ever mentioned a child going missing wearing a costume, but that they never did. So he decided to report this sighting to the BFRO. So what do you think this witness saw that day? Was it a Bigfoot type creature, or was it something else? I would say Bigfoot on this one, even though it was a smaller animal. But if these creatures are real, then they have to have babies, just to survive through time. So drop me a comment on this one down below. And if you haven't already, hit that like button. It will truly help our channel out. Also, if you're not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe and notification button so you can keep up with all of our latest videos. If you have the time, jump on over to teesprings.com/stores/those-endless-mysteries and take a look at some cool t-shirts. You can support our channel and get a cool shirt at the same time. So till next time, have a great day, and thanks for watching Those Endless Mysteries.